And now, fight fans, we are set for our next professional boxing feature, and it's scheduled for 6 rounds in the middleweight division. We introduce to you first, ready to make his ring walk, from Marrero, Louisiana, here is Wayne Boudreaux.
If you know me.
To the ring. You know, the weigh-ins were pretty mild yesterday, but if there was one moment and one matchup that had a little bit of a interaction or fireworks, if you will, this is it.
That's exciting because, you know, Boudreaux's coming off of a big upset. He just took out a top prospect last month or 2 months ago, something like that. And we've seen Ivan Vazquez has been on all 4 of our cards. He's a hell of a fighter, so, you know, he's got a tough test in front of him, but I guess he's used to being in that spoiler role.
I think so. You know, his record's 13-1. 13-1. And that may not be correct as I'm looking at this paperwork and reviewing it as well. So either way, Wayne Boudreaux out of Louisiana getting checked out by the referee, and we're going to have an action-packed fight.
And now, ready to make his way into the arena, here comes an undefeated y representando Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. Here is Ivan Vazquez.
Ivan Vazquez.
At Aslan Boxing Gym.
You gotta love. I love watching Alan's fight.
Yeah,
I do. I love watching him fight. And he even stopped by the gym to spar one of our fighters, Michael Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think he's.
You can hear the pop from the crowd. I can barely hear myself talk, but Ivan has huge support here from his school, from his boxing teammates, from everybody. And I have to say, and I've told Ivan this to his face on social media, just in general. Not even in combat sports, Ivan's one of the nicest people that I've probably ever met. In combat sports and boxing, Ivan is the nicest person that I've ever met, for sure.
I'd have to agree with that 100%.
Incredibly nice guy.
Incredible.
But a hell of a fighter at the same time. I think he's put on some of my favorite PCS fights to date.
Yes.
He absolutely is he has a very exciting fighter style, very crisp, very technical, but also kind of that traditional Mexican style, hands up, likes to walk forward, get in your face.
Yes.
And he doesn't mind exchanging punches.
And this is Ivan's 4th time fighting at PCS. He's been on every Paradigm Combat Sports card.
Absolutely.
That was a Palestinian flag on Ivan's shoulder.
All right, we're going to throw this to Jeremiah Gallegos to make this fight official.
And now, fight fans, we are set for our next bout of the evening, and it's live on pay-per-view on clearlifemedia.com. This attraction scheduled for 6 rounds in the middleweight division. And it's sponsored by Campo Bravo, 100% agave tequila. Unleash the wild within. The 3 judges scoring this contest at ringside are Alejandro Leon, Randy Russell, and Dr. Kelly Isaac, and a referee in charge of the action at the sound of the bell, veteran referee Joe Rodriguez. And now, fight fans, here we go. 6 rounds set in the middleweight division. We introduce to you first tonight, to my left, fighting out of the blue corner, standing with trainer and father Wayne Boudreaux Sr., wearing blue with white. He officially weighed in 156.4 pounds. He enters this attraction with a record of 5 bouts, 4 victories, with only 1 blemish and 1 win by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Marrero, Louisiana, here is Wayne Boudreaux. And fighting out of the red corner, standing with trainer and father, Jose Luis Vazquez, assisted by Jordan Leeson. Tonight wearing white with black trim. He officially weighed in 158.2 pounds. This evening, he enters his attraction unblemished, 11 bouts, 9 victories, 6 wins by way of knockout, no defeats with 2 draws. Representando Monterrey, Nuevo León, México, el invicto, the undefeated, Ivan Vazquez.
Give you instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up. Let's go.
This is Joe Rodriguez giving some final information to both of these fighters. We have a 6-round fight, Wayne Boudreaux and Ivan Vazquez.
Should be a hell of a
This
fight.
fight is officially underway.
Yeah, Boudreaux's kind of deceptive. He's, he definitely, he can box a little better than it looks like he can, and he can hit pretty hard. He's got a bit of a chin, too.
And that jab is coming out pretty quick, huh?
Absolutely.
This where Ivan, this where Ivan starts slow every time.
And I think that could either work to his advantage or work against him, depending on whether or not Boudreaux can keep the pace up, right? If he gets on him early and he starts to fall behind, that may hurt Vazquez over the long haul. But Vazquez tends to build. Would you agree with that, Coach?
He does, but Boudreaux doesn't let off. Some of the fights that Vazquez has been in before, the guys would stop punching or shot here, shot there.
They start to get tired.
Boudreaux punches the whole time.
Right. He's landed some nice counters from the outside here too. That was a great combination.
This is why he upsets people.
This was a last-minute replacement for Ivan. Boudreaux coming in, I think. How much does that affect somebody like Ivan, Coach?
I mean, you're ready as a fighter. You're ready. You know what I mean? The guy he was fighting before wasn't a southpaw or anything out of the ordinary. A fight is a fight, so
huge left hook from Vazquez.
But a fight is a fight is a fight. You know what I mean? If you're getting ready for a fight, you're ready for a fight.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with that for the most part. Nice right hand there from Boudreaux. The only thing I would say, maybe to counter that, would be just, styles make fights, right?
Absolutely.
And if it's a different style, like, yes, he's orthodox as well as Vazquez's other opponent, but it's a different style. Oh man, Vazquez is finding his range with that left hook early.
I always say Vazquez should shoot that jab a lot more.
Yeah. Well, he likes to walk guys down, right?
Yeah.
You want to touch him with something on the way in. Kind of build those combinations.
Boudreaux staying busy with these combinations.
He keeps it going.
Yeah, he hits hard too.
He keeps it going. That's how he upset Terrell Adams. He punches.
This is one thing I really like about Vazquez, though. He does tend to take a lot of these shots on the forearms. He slips.
True.
He slips and rolls underneath a lot of the shots as well.
True.
And then he kind of builds his combinations off of that. Like right there. Nice right hand to the body. Oh, another huge left hook on Boudreaux. Boudreaux just planting his feet and throwing hands.
For sure.
That's going to do it for round number 1.
Because Boudreaux ate a left hook. Something fierce. It looked like it did something to his legs, but he just came back and started punching. So that, maybe it just woke him up.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, that was what happened in the upset fight from what I saw, right? He was kind of like falling behind on the scorecards, but staying in the guy's face, and then, the guy overcommitted on a shot, and he just caught him over the top with it.
Boudreaux seemed like he was the busier fighter, but Ivan had some of the more memorable moments in that first round.
Yes,
yeah.
That's why, and that's why it always makes an Ivan Vazquez fight hard to judge. It's just because Ivan is. Ivan lands the punches, and like you said, Colin, he's capable of catching a lot of punches off the arm, rolling with them. They're not really hitting him.
Right.
But the way they look.
Well, yeah, something you know, Aaron Navarro always used to say is like, if you take a shot and it looks like you got hit, well then what are the judges counting that as? They're counting that as a hit, right? So it's not just like, is your defense good, of course, but it's got to look good too.
Right.
And Boudreaux starting this second round the same way that he did the first. He's getting that jab and then he goes to the body. Jab, jab, high, high, low. Not really hitting Ivan at the moment, but he's throwing.
I really like Boudreaux's jab. You know, he changes his rhythm with it really well. He's very deceptive with where he's going to throw it next, and he's building combinations off of it. He does get his hands a little far away from his face sometimes. You know, almost like he's trying to get his hands on Vazquez's hands.
He's framing.
Yeah. Nice overhand there from Vazquez.
Right when it looks like he's Vazquez is closing the gap, Boudreaux runs off a combination.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, another huge left hook. You gotta think that Vazquez's corner told him that he can't miss with that left hook, right?
He can't.
Yeah, he's been landing that almost every time he lands it. Boudreaux's like overcommitting with the right hand.
The right hand.
And Vazquez is just throwing that sort of short check hook as he's stepping in. Nice jab to the body from Vazquez.
Boudreaux stays busy though. God bless.
I'm really impressed with his footwork and his, his overall ring savviness. He's a well-rounded fighter. Good head movement. You know, he's tricky. Clearly, he hits hard.
Ivan again, great head movement as well, moving out and blocking these punches.
He just throws a lot of punches.
I feel like he has pretty great defense, you know.
Yes.
Great ring generalship too. You know, he really controls the range really well. Nice jab there. Looks like maybe him and his corner have been working on that jab a little bit. Tends to be throwing. Oh, looks like a head clash, and Boudreaux looks cut.
Oh, that's nasty.
That looks really
sucks.
bad. This fight may be over.
Oh, look at Ivan.
It's like right in the corner.
Ivan too.
Oh, they're both cut. Oh yeah, they're definitely
Awesome.
both cut.
You know, what does that mean for this fight potentially, Coach?
It depends. It depends on how severe it is. If they stop the fight, it's a 6-round fight. They've only had we've only been through. This is leading through the second round, so it would just be, if they can't stop the bleeding, it would just be
I think it really depends on the placement of that cut on
Yes.
Boudreaux. I'm not worried about Vazquez. Vazquez seems to be on the side of his head, but Boudreaux seems to be like right over his eye.
Is there a worse place that it could be?
Oh yeah,
Right.
That's the worst place it could be in, pretty much.
right there.
He
It looks
might be
like how
it might
bad
be
it is.
far
Right now,
enough
it
on the
doesn't look
side
bad.
to where it's bleeding down the side, but
Right.
Got the doctor taking a look at it right now. He's going to make a decision.
oh, that's
This is
exciting.
good.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
He's letting it go.
We get it.
All right, we got a
know-
bloody fight on our hands.
I wonder if Boudreaux feels a sense of urgency.
Well, you definitely don't want that thing to swell up, right? Because that could start to affect your vision. I know the one fight, big right hand by Vazquez. Boudreaux's hurt, and he clinches up immediately.
They're throwing now.
Huge combinations from both fighters. Oh my gosh! What a finish to that round.
You gotta love
Another
it.
exciting
You gotta
round
love
of
it.
PCS fights
Look, they look like they're both in a sense of urgency. Like if this fight
Right.
stops,
We got to fight.
right?
We got to fight now.
Absolutely. You know, you were talking about how this can affect fighters. It can affect them in a bunch of different ways. Vision is always the most important thing, right? I know that for the one fight that I got cut in, I went to go wipe my eye, and as soon as I did, all I saw was red. I couldn't see anything else. And so I just started walking into punches. And in MMA, they're a little bit more lenient about cuts because, generally speaking, it's a superficial superficial type of thing. But in boxing, if it starts to bleed into the eye at all, they tend to stop the fight. Boudreaux seems to be lucky. Hopefully he's got a good corner man cleaning that cut up for him so it's not bleeding directly into his eye.
Well, I know Ivan does.
Oh yeah. He's got that man Aaron Navarro in that corner.
I know Ivan has a good one.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. This round is now underway. It's the third round.
One of the best in the business.
Closing the gap. Shooting the one.
Yeah, Vazquez already has more pep in his step. He seems to want to like start to close this fight down.
You know, that headbutt probably forced that second win right now, you know, going into this third round.
I think that's had something to do with it. We're also starting to enter, you know, not the later rounds, but you know, you've kind of passed those 2 warm-up rounds, right? Your first and second round can kind of be a warm-up round. And, you know, hopefully he's starting to find his range and his rhythm and know what he's looking for here. Boudreaux just loading up on big shots. Caught Vazquez with that uppercut.
Not to mention, I believe the blood draws a sense of urgency, and sometimes that blood get people going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like it got both of them going.
The question is that, you know, like sometimes when you start getting your energy really high, sometimes you can kind of have like an adrenaline dump. Boudreaux does seem a little winded here. I don't know if maybe he's starting to feel that a little bit, but. Oh, huge left hand. How is Boudreaux standing?
That dude is tough. He's a tough guy.
Eating that left hook.
I mean, he's got a big head, so, you know, maybe that's got something to do with it.
He's still staying busy as well.
Yeah.
Just throwing that jab,
Doesn't have
and he's still fighting. This is amazing.
Yeah. Both these guys are warriors. Both come to fight. Boudreaux's getting a little sloppy, starting to load up on his shots. He did take this fight on super short notice, though. So, who knows what kind of shape he is in. Nice left hook to the body, but Vazquez counters.
You see that right hand?
Yeah.
These guys are throwing leather.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Fight-ending intentions from both of them, for sure. Gosh, Vazquez just cannot miss with that left hook. I swear, every time Boudreaux steps forward, he's catching him with that check left hook.
And great defense still.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Boudreaux,
that looked like another head clash.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounded like one too.
look.
Nice volume there from the inside on Boudreaux. Boudreaux with some head movement and some footwork.
Defense.
Showing the footwork as well, though. He's staying busy now.
Nice.
Yes. PCS 4.
Let's go.
In case you don't know.
Ivan with the showmanship.
Every card so far has just been delivered with, you know, action-packed, highlight fights from start to finish. Huge right hand from Boudreaux.
Huge left hook from Ivan at the same time.
Ivan answered as well.
Both these guys
Up top
are
and down
landing
low.
heavy shots. Referee warning them not to watch those head clashes. Another left hook.
Oh!
Right hand.
Oh!
Left hook, right hand.
Ivan just
He's
knocking
got
out
to
the
let
way.
it go. Wow. Wow.
You
What a-
gotta love it. PCS 4.
Hey, when they say they're throwing leather, this is what they're talking about.
PCS 4.
You know what's most
Amazing.
impressive is, I think, Ivan's defense, his head movement, ducking out the way, doing what he needs to do, and then throwing in those
And
exchanges.
as well as Boudreaux's defense. Like
Right.
it's the way the fight is going is amazing because they're both making each other miss. They're both making each other pay. They're both. It's just a hell of a fight. I think that blood did do something for both of them.
And it kind of goes back to that styles makes fights thing. Boudreaux's kind of a little bit more of that elusive, you know, head movement style defensive fighter, whereas Vazquez is those hands up, you know, taking it on the forearms and the elbows, looking for counters off of those shots. He's using his head movement, of course, but Boudreaux's a little bit more of that like head movement, you know, Roy Jones Jr. make you miss, make you pay kind of thing.
Right. And it looks good too.
He looks good, man. I mean, especially for his experience level. 5 fights?
Right.
That's
Right.
really
Right.
impressive.
This fight's underway.
No, but he has an extensive amateur career though, and a good one.
You can tell. I mean, you can tell the experience is there. I mean, he looks like a fighter.
You know, Ivan kind of putting the pressure on right now, trying to get that range.
I think Vazquez was originally scheduled probably for an 8-round fight, and this probably got moved to a 6-round fight because Boudreaux took this on such short notice. You have to think that plays into Ivan's hands for sure.
Absolutely.
Big right hand from Vazquez. Boudreaux is ducking out the side.
Ivan's nose is bleeding too.
Oh, yeah.
This is a fight.
Oh, yeah. He's taking some heavy shots from Boudreaux.
You know, yeah, we just got some word in our ears, but, you know, Ivan is a teacher. He is a teacher, and you saw that featured story on him and some of his students, but, yeah, he's going to be going back into work on Monday and looking pretty good.
He was saying that
Ivan's got to keep it up. Keep it up.
His principal is a big boxing fan and that she'd be at these fights. So.
Yeah, they're here.
She's in the crowd here somewhere, and so are a lot of his students. So he's got some big shoes to fill. Love that slip and rip. Vazquez seems to have found his rhythm.
He's got to go to the body. You know, when the head is doing all of that, you got to go to the body. You shoot a shot. He shoots an uppercut on either side because of the way he's moving.
Yep.
Ivan throwing still. Oh, another.
That check hook can't miss for Vazquez.
Right.
I mean,
it really can't.
Uppercut, left hook, right hand. Ivan's really pouring on the pressure now. I think you can feel Boudreaux starting to slow down a little bit. And this is where another huge left hook, big uppercut. This is where we usually see Ivan's fights take place, up against the ropes. He likes to walk guys down, put them on the ropes, and then unload his flurry of punches.
Boudreaux started off boxing. The closer he lets Ivan get. Oh.
And both these guys are just throwing still. Ivan currently up against the ropes.
This has been an all-out war from both guys.
Just keeping it working. Keeping it going.
Huge right hand. Big uppercut returned by Boudreaux. Big flurry of punches from Boudreaux. Going up and down.
Wow. Right in front of us, guys.
Right in front of us.
Beautiful.
Great action.
Another great round. It's the Bud Light Fight Night. Paradigm Combat Sports 4 in collaboration with X Fight Up.
Like I said, man, Vazquez has delivered some of the best fights we've had at PCS.
True.
Every card.
True.
Every single card.
You know, over there at his dad's boxing gym, there's some high-level MMA guys that are doing something, and some young guys as well. So it's exciting to go in there. I'm not sure if you've ever been to the gym, but it's like it's nothing fancy. It's a gym, a boxer's gym, and so you know, seeing Ivan put the work in and seeing the success that they've had.
We've got a little blood on our talking points here.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a good fight.
We got sweat and blood flying.
Right.
You know, one thing to notice whenever we had the opportunity to talk to both of these guys, Boudreaux said, I'm going to win by knockout. Ivan said, I'm going to take the decision, I know. This round's underway. Round 4 of 6.
Coach, how would you score this fight so far? I know you can't leave it to the judges' scorecards, but if you had to pick,
it's a tough fight. It's a tough, but truly, Ivan is landing the hardest shots. At times when Boudreaux is throwing his combinations, it's still Ivan's coming back and throwing shots and making the fight happen. So
I agree. Yeah, I think he's had the bigger moments, and we were talking about earlier. Sometimes it's based on
body shot.
Took to the body.
Boudreaux goes down to a knee.
That might be it.
Oh my goodness! There goes the count.
That might be it. That might be it.
Ivan Vazquez.
Huge left hook to the body.
Body shot.
Just talking about his decision. He takes that away from Boudreaux. Left hook to the body.
Oh.
I don't think he meant to do that.
No, he was not looking. You can see the look on his face as well. That was not on purpose.
Boudreaux is still in pain.
What a fight.
Man, we were talking about that before the fights. You can be the toughest guy in the world.
You take a body
you get
shot,
rocked,
my
come
God.
back. When you take a body shot like that, there's nothing doing. You could be the toughest guy in the world, and there ain't no getting up with that.
You know, and all the props in the world, too, Boudreaux, taking this fight a late replacement coming in and putting on a performance as well. That was a great fight by Boudreaux. He just got that body shot. What can you do?
I think that was a career-defining performance for Ivan.
Man.
I think if he has another fight after this, I think it's a big step up from here.
And Boudreaux literally just came off of whooping Terrell Adams, a top-notch fighter, somebody they were looking at. He just got finished upsetting him.
Big undefeated top-ranked prospect, right?
And for Ivan to come in here and do this with a fighter that can cause problems like that,
Huge. Absolutely huge. Very impressive performance. Well, regardless of what happens, I can't wait to see what's next for Ivan Vazquez. And for Boudreaux. I mean, come on, that was a great fight. Took another short notice fight. Fought 2 weeks ago, beat an undefeated prospect. Probably coming off the couch and still put in a performance like that.
And still,
Very
still
impressive.
being able to fight the way he fight and have to fight. Boudreaux looks good.
All right, we're going to throw it to our ring announcer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to our announcement, how about a huge round of applause for both of these warriors? The tale of grit, heart, and the love of this sport demonstrated right here tonight by these two fighters. So again, thank you for giving it all here in the ring tonight. Congratulations to both of our fighters. The official time comes to you, 48 seconds, round 5, to the winner by KO, and he is still undefeated, representando Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, Ivan Vazquez.
That is my dog, sure. That is my dog.
Ivan, what a fight. What were you was that what you were expecting to happen tonight?
Yes and no. I knew he had quick combinations. Looking at his box strike, he had one knockout. I know that amateur background pedigree stuck to him, and it's all about points. And of my more experience, as a pro, you look for the most efficient shots, more powerful shots, and it showed a bit of a difference there.
You know, we had the chance to go and talk to you at your school, at your work, your principal, your coworkers, students. Is there anything you would like to say to them as they're here watching on pay-per-view and in the house tonight?
Just thanks to all the support they give me. I know I had to miss school Friday for the weigh-in. Might come a little banged up on Monday, but just thanking them for the support they give me, checking up on me, and I love them. I'm part of the family now.
Is there anything else you would like to share?
Viva Palestine! Free Palestine, Baba! Shout out to all my Palestinian friends, family out here. everybody that came out to support, everybody that sponsored me, left and right. As you can see, there's people all around. I just want to thank everybody that came out. Boy, Marcus over there with a loaded pistol. Go look at him, man. Thanks to everybody that came out.
One more question. I just have to know what's next for you. What do you want?
So right now, tomorrow, Monday, back to work. I can't even think of I want to fight soon, but it's tough. I know a lot of the sparring, the best sparrings I could get are during the morning time, and that's my 8 to 4 job. So it's hard to get quality sparring. So luckily, you had Christmas break, winter break during this camp, so that gave me 3 good weeks to just go at it in the middle of my camp. So hopefully fight soon, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, guys, everybody comes out and watches me again.
Congratulations once again, amazing performance.